fuck you like a baby in the car. I put the water in the ocean in the city that I'm from.
What's goody, guys? Welcome back to Wind Down with Books with your girl Kay. Happy New Year. I know I kept saying I'm coming back in 2024, but your girl is back. I already have 3 book reviews to drop for you guys, all right? But today's book review is going to be called Rhythms Blues. I'm going to put the picture somewhere on here because I read it on my Kindle. If you read this book, drop it in the comments and let me know. I also have 2 people who recommended me to read books, so I'm gonna get that out the way. But it feels good to be back, guys. I hope everyone is doing well, and thank you guys for continuing to support my page and commenting. I appreciate you guys. So let's jump right into it. So I read this book. This was the first book of the year that I read, Rhythms Blue. I needed something to get me back into reading, something that was going to be entertaining, and I seen this book. I think it was on someone else's Instagram page. So we have 3 main characters. We have Channing, Raheem, and Rhythm. I really enjoy Rhythm. Rhythm is a female that you would want in your corner. She's smart, she's beautiful, she's driven, and she is loyal. So Rhythm and Raheem, he goes by the rapper name Prince, right? So he was, regular story, came up in the gutter, didn't have anything. They was friends in high school. She never made fun of him. He started blowing up. He became a rapper. They met at one of his shows. They started talking. He was like, I always wanted to get to know you, woo-de-woo, right? She ends up moving to LA with him in his house. They got a life together. It's been 3 years, and all of a sudden, he starts letting the fame go to his head. So, Rhythm is she's a doctor, but she has her own occupational clinic. She helps people with Alzheimer's, dementia. She's doing good work in the community of LA. She really enjoying her life in LA that she's made for herself because they're from the South, right? But all her family's back in the South. So she starts peeping that Raheem is moving funny. He's coming home late. He's also talking to this. He says she's a friend, but she's this person is another rapper, female rapper, and his label wants them to basically be a couple. You know how fans and social media put people together, right? So Rhythm is the type of female that she's been supporting Raheem through it all behind the scenes, but she does not like to be in the limelight. So they don't really go out in public too much together. But she holds it down behind the spotlight, behind the camera. He, on the other hand, wants her to be front and center in the cameras, and, she wants her life to be private. He wants a public life. So because of that, he felt like Rhythm is not on his level. So he starts, when the speculation starts occurring between him and this rapper female, he doesn't do anything to diminish the rumors. And on top of that, he brought the girl to the house several times. Rhythm has cooked her dinner, and she all up in Raheem's face, this mad disrespectful. So Rhythm pressed Raheem on it. He's basically like, oh, you're delusional, you starting problems, all that. What men do, the audacity. And then he was like, told Rhythm like, oh yeah, the label think it would be good for us to have me and her to basically flaunt as a couple, and I think it's a good idea. So he had the nerve to say that to Rhythm. So Rhythm's crying, woo-de-woo, and I'm like, girl, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. So he kept getting disrespectful, so she ended up packing her stuff and she leaves. So she goes to stay with her best friend. Her best friend actually surprised her and moved out to LA, got a new job in LA, and so she has her support there, right? So I like Rhythm's father. Her father was basically like, yo, like, do I gotta come out there and beat Raheem's ass? At the same time, Raheem is working on his album, so he starts working with a producer named Channing. Now, Channing is the ideal guy that a woman wants. Like, he gives street, but he's not from the street, but he could be from the street. He's sexy. He's motivated. He's driven. He's making money. He's respectful, he's loyal, and he's not for the games. So while Raheem and Channing are working on Raheem's album, Raheem starts confiding in Raheem that I have this girl, my girl, she's moving funny, woo-de-woo. But at the same time, Channing is seeing how Raheem is moving with the rapper chick. So Raheem don't really care. So Channing grandmother, right, goes to well, I forgot, drew a blank. Rhythm's clinic. So Rhythm and Channing's grandmother, they're real close. So one day Channing goes to take his grandmother to the clinic and he bumps into Rhythm. So it's like a connection there. So after that first bump into each other, they start bumping each other again. Then it comes down the line. Trying to fast forward down the line, Channing finds out that Rhythm is his grandmother's doctor, and on top of that, Rhythm is Raheem's ex-girlfriend. So Channing is like, I don't really care. Like, I'm working on his album. I didn't know. Now I know. It is what it is. That's his loss. He really don't look like he care about losing Rhythm. So all of a sudden, since Rhythm leaves, Raheem's trying to get her back, doing all this regular degular, sending flowers, all that thing, buying gifts, that men thing that's gonna win a woman's heart back. So Rhythm is going back and forth with herself, like, oh, I love him, but I like Channing, because they start getting a connection every time they bump into each other. It's like love at first sight. So Raheem invites Rhythm to his album release party. Obviously, Channing's gonna be there. Rhythm ends up going with Channing in his private room. They having a good time. Next thing you know, Rhythm comes out the door. She had come out the door to go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom. She bumps into I forgot the rapper chick name. So she bumps into the rapper chick name, right? And then the rapper chick like, oh, I don't know why you still want Raheem. Raheem wants me. But she kept implying that Rhythm is basically the side chick and she's the main chick, and she's desperate for Raheem. So Rhythm punched Shorty in the face. But at the same time, Shorty was making implications that she was sleeping with Raheem. So basically, Raheem never confirmed it. Social media never confirmed it, but it implied that. But the girl in the bathroom basically put two and two together for Rhythm, right? So as Rhythm's leaving the bathroom, she's mad as hell. Here comes Raheem. Oh my God, you made it. You made it to the show. You made it to the show. Raheem gets up on stage. His little dusty ass gets up on stage. It was like, I just want to thank everybody for coming out to my album release party. And I have to thank this person, that person, but I really have to thank this girl right here. So again, Rhythm does not like the spotlight. He pulls Rhythm on stage right in front of a whole crowd. She's embarrassed. He's like, I want to thank this girl. She's always been in my corner. I love her. Woo-de-woo. So he never thanks the rapper chick. Oh, her name is Imani. He never thanks Imani. So when he's on stage with Rhythm, Rhythm is embarrassed. Channing peeps what's going on. Channing goes and grabs Rhythm from the stage, right? And Rhythm was trying to hold it down the whole time. I'll give her props because she still didn't want to embarrass him in front of, on his day. So as Channing's pulling Rhythm off to the side and rescuing her, Imani comes on stage, grabs the mic, and airs out all her and Raheem's business. She's like, you got me pregnant. You said you love me. You've been sleeping in my bed. You said you didn't want her. Everybody, the whole world heard this man was cheating on his fine ass girlfriend. Stupid. With Imani, she wasn't even up to the standards, y'all. So anyways, so that solidified it for Rhythm right there. She's like, yeah, I would never give Raheem another chance. Like, not only did he cheat on me, he got this girl pregnant. She ended up losing a baby. I'm not, I ain't gonna say nothing of that. She ended up losing a baby. However, Rhythm is like, Raheem is a dog. So Raheem then had the audacity to press Rhythm about being with Channing, because eventually Raheem found out because Channing's engineers went and ran their mouth to Raheem talking about, oh yeah, your girl is over here with Channing, they together. So you got a bunch of dudes doing bitch shit. Anyway, so Raheem presses Rhythm about dating Channing, like, oh, you a foul bitch, you this, that, and the third. He goes all over social media. He trashes Channing's car. Like, he went haywire. And I'm just gonna start right there. It is the audacity for men to cheat first and do all this disrespectful stuff. But then when a chick, and Rhythm didn't even cheat, they wasn't even together at that. But he went to the extreme, calling Rhythm all type of bitches. And then he had the nerve to pull up to Rhythm's house with his mama to get Rhythm back. Come on now, come on. He was bugging out. All right, so now we're gonna fast forward a little bit. So Channing and Rhythm start getting closer. You know, the book highlight they fire ass sex. The sex is fire from the book. I was like, okay, Channing putting it down. You putting it down. And then, long story short, we're gonna fast forward again. Rhythm and Channing end up getting married. Channing leaves to start his, well, he didn't leave LA, but he leaves, you know, his regular routine of producing music for other people and opens his own record label. So they have he has a record label, like, grand opening. At this point, him and Rhythm are married. Raheem pulls up. He does apologize, but then he gonna ask Channing, like, oh, you know, I appreciate the work that you did on my album. Can we work together again? Channing like, nigga, please. But then Raheem was like, it was just too soon to joke. But then Raheem did say that he was happy for Rhythm finding love, and he really did want Rhythm, but at the same time, Rhythm was too boring for him, and Rhythm didn't get on his level because he wanted Rhythm to fly out and take trips with him and flaunt it on social media. And that's the problem. Like, people don't recognize what kind of partner they have. Like, Rhythm is not that type of groupie. He wanted his girlfriend, his so-called wifey, to be a groupie. It don't make no sense. But nah, this book was fire. I'm not gonna spoil the rest of it for you guys. But if you read it, drop it in the comments. I think that if you're looking for like a quick, fast-paced read, then you'll like Rhythm's Blues. But the next book review is gonna be The Darkest Child. That one is more of a heavy read. And it's a long read, and it's like a timepiece. So we going back in time around like 1930. I think it was like 1938, 1940. But yeah, we're going back in time with this piece. But yeah, your girl is back in full effect. So follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and you already know YouTube. Till next time.